Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you for joining us today. Whew, it has been a busy day. How are you all doing out there? Let us know if you're out there in the comments. Please say hi. We're starting this up. I didn't get a chance to start it earlier, so who knows when people will find us. So hopefully all the announcements will go out and we'll just sit here and chat for a little bit while people are realizing that we are live. It is warm in here right now.
It's a hot one today.
It is a hot one. We have that hot streak coming through. I know it was like 90 something earlier. The heat index was supposed to go up to 103 or 106 today. Yeah.
They were warning people about if they felt heat stroke.
Yeah. We definitely had warnings for people in the cities, especially near Pittsburgh and all that, but also anyone. It's going to be hot, 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 hot. And it was hot today. I did a lot of driving around today. That was my day. I was up here doing some packing and shipping, and then I went down to downtown Ligonier to try and get myself a new doctor. And so I went down to make an appointment, try and talk to, I like to talk to people in person. I don't like the phone. Hello, Susie. Thank you for joining us. Hello, other Susie. Thank you for joining us. So I went downtown and there's a doctor at the end of the block we used to have our store on. And I was going down to make an appointment and they were closed. Even though they said they were open, I called and they said they were open today, the voice thing. But they weren't. So I tried to make that appointment online, and I did that, and hopefully I did that right and everything will be good. Hello, Angela. And then what else did I do? I went.
The chiropractor.
I did. After that, then I came home, stopped at home. Oh, and after that, then I went and got a hair appointment to get my hair cut. So I'm going to have a haircut tomorrow. That's going to feel good. And then
it's going to be like your head's going to feel lighter.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to try and leave some long or if I'm just going to go short. I think I'm going to go short because this is the long. It's hard in the summer. It's very hard. I don't know how people with long hair do it in the summer. So I think I'm going to go short again. We'll see. I have to decide between now and then, though. And then I went back home, checked on the cats, and grabbed some stuff, and went down to talk to our neighborhood chiropractor, Dr. Pete Paciencia, and I went to talk about to see if my insurance would cover things and how much things were going to be, because I've never been to the chiropractor before, but I've been having a lot of issues with my neck and shoulder and my arm and my hips and my leg, pretty much my entire right side. There was a comedian when we were growing up that talked about getting older and having what he called having right, where your whole right side just hurts. And I used to laugh at that as a kid, and it's got me now. I have right. So I went down and they were able to get me in the same day. They gave me paperwork to take home and fill out. So I came back up to the cottage, did a little bit more packing and shipping, filled out my paperwork, and then went down. And he did a quick adjustment after going over everything and where's the pain and what's going on. And so I had my one arm ligament was out of place. So he snapped that back in, which has helped. He said also you have to take it easy, or I have to take it easy on that arm. I don't know if it's like tennis elbow or something, but there's a tendon in here and it's connective, and I have to be careful with that. So I got to take it easy on that. And then I had a vertebrae in my neck out of place, and he popped that back in place. And then I had a rib, an upper rib out of place, and he snapped my rib back in place. Then there was something in the middle of my back, my mid back, that he popped back into place. And we haven't even taken a look at my hip or my leg yet. I'm going back on Wednesday, and we'll see if we take a look at that or not. But I'm like a mess. I was a mess. And now, like, I can turn my head to the side and not go like I used to turn my head to the side like this, and I would start to see stars, like I was starting to pass out. And that doesn't happen now. And so I think that was because my vertebrae and my rib were out of place. And I asked him, I said, how does a rib get out of place? Like, how is that even possible? And I guess the connective tissue in there, your ribs, if you get something that jolts them or moves them, the tissue that surrounds them is kind of soft moving. So it'll go out, but then it kind of slowly comes back, and your rib can go out and get in the wrong place as that comes back, I guess. So that's what happened at some point in my life, probably, who knows when. But I've had kind of severe pain from time to time in the shoulder and the neck area and my arm. My arm recently started, I think, when we were working on the garage. So that is great. And that also inflamed a lot of this up here. So that's that. Susie says a sneeze can pop them out. See, I don't know. And it's been like that because I have not been able to move my head this freely in quite some time. So thank you to Dr. Pete. I'll be going back on Wednesday to do some more alignment. Like he said, it's not like a one-stop kind of thing. It's something that you need to kind of work on and keep maneuvering on. So we'll see. Let's see, lots of people joining us. He said hello to Angela. Norma is here. Hello, Norma. Michelle has joined us. Hello, Michelle. Susie said subluxated ribs hurt so much. He didn't call it that. That's a different, I haven't heard that term, but yeah, whatever it was up here, and like he pushed on one part of my back, and I'm like, yep, that's the pain. He's like, yep, that's your rib out of place. I'm like, wow. I don't even think about ribs coming up that high. It seems weird, but they do. They come all the way up to here. Hello, Anne. Thanks for joining us. Anne says happy anniversary to Michelle. I think I saw that post today. Yeah, happy anniversary, Michelle. I think we saw that post too. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're enjoying your anniversary. Susie says I go to my chiropractor once a month. Yeah, this is once we get me all like kind of sorted, then we're going to have to see what the real maintenance will be in the end. But yeah, Jen, many of you know Jen, who did some tutorials with us and used to help us out. She talked about Dr. Pete all the time, and she would go to him when she needed to get realigned, or I think she was the one that he even helped her with her tinnitus, which I still have tinnitus, but somehow he did something. I don't know what hers was caused by, or maybe it was Barb, because Barb also went to him, and one of them had something to do with tinnitus, and he would help them with that. And then so it was a good pick. He's super nice, and if you're around this area, highly so far recommend him. He's also a volunteer firefighter for over 10 years or 15 years, something like that. So yeah, so that was my day, getting that taken care of. And Andrew had an adventurous day today.
He did.
He went down to Touchstone.
And thankfully, y'all bought my little hearts, and I was able to take a class with Barbara McFadden.
Barbara McFadden. That's funny because I almost said Barbara Lewis too. I was just about to say Barbara, and I was like, no, that's not right.
You started it, and then it stuck in my brain.
So he went and took a class with Barbara McFadden because you all bought some hearts, and he was able to get the materials and all that for that class. So we appreciate that so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Michelle says, thank you. And says, I just sold something and sold something yesterday. Nice. That's awesome, Michelle. It's good. Good. Sorry, I had to take a drink. So Andrew's learning some enameling with Barbara. And
I was able to work with her at Aeromont, and was able. So this time it will be like building on what we did before.
nice. Yeah. He's getting an extended class on what he was working on before with her.
Because she packs a lot in her classes, so there wasn't really a way to like do everything.
Yeah. That's good.
I think so.
Michelle says, my Venice sales are doing well. That's awesome. I'm super glad to hear that. That's important to us, that if our friends are out there selling, you're doing well. And I forgot, it's Monday, isn't it? Wow. So our weekend was also busy. We had Pride in Johnstown. That feels like 3 weeks ago.
Correct.
We had Pride in Johnstown on Saturday. And that went well, I think. We had decent sales, and we met a lot of nice people. We handed out a lot of cards. I took a stack of cards that was probably like this high, and we went through like 2/3 of them. So we probably handed out 50 or 60 cards at least.
More than that.
Probably more than that, plus the sales that we made that the cards went into. So hopefully that stirs up some business. People were super excited about our store being in town. A lot of people didn't know about us, so that was super exciting. And some people did know about us, and they're like, we still got to make it up there. And we're like, yes, you do. So we had a good time. They said there were over 5,000 people that attended the event, and there were over 130 vendors and booths. So it was a really nice event. It is I think they said, the largest one-day free event in Johnstown.
Wow.
Yeah, the largest single-day free event in Johnstown.
Even more than Thunder in the Valley?
Well, they don't do that anymore, and that's not free, I don't think. I don't know if you have to sign up for that or not, but I don't think they do that anymore. So at least now, at this point, it's Pride, which is kind of really cool. And it was a free event, and it was super nice, and a lot of people came out. And it was so nice to see, people from all over. We had people coming from like Altoona area, which is a good ways away, like 2 hours away or so. And people drove in for it, and people in town for it, and people across the spectrum of LGBTQIA or queer. It was really nice. It was a good event, and they had performances, they had music and food and vendors, and it was really good. So we did that on Saturday. We were worn out by the end of the day. We are not used to being outside. So all of you that do markets and vendor shows, give you extra props, because it is a long day when you're out there in the heat. We luckily got a very nice spot under a tree, under quite a large tree. So we were actually in the shade all day. We had a tent anyway, but we were in the shade all day, and it was amazing. It was so nice. And it was the coolest day of the next few days coming up. It was just the start of the hot, and it wasn't very humid at all. So that was good. But people walking around were hot. It was hot, but it wasn't that humid, which was great. So that was Saturday. And then Sunday, what did we do Sunday?
You went to the store.
I was at the store.
And I worked on a commission.
And Andrew's working on a commission. Yes. Boy. Yeah, I was at the store on Sunday. We had some people come in from Upper Butler, which is, again, an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes away. And they came in, and they were coming into town for something else, but they were looking for crafty stores in the area, and they found us. They came in and hung out for a little bit, so that was nice. And yeah, we did during Pride, we had a little area where we were selling stuff and then also doing like little make and takes. And a few people came by and took advantage of the make and take, which was nice. But mostly people were just on the move and we were selling stuff, which is nice too.
Hello. A lot of buttons.
Huh?
You sold a lot of buttons.
Sold a lot of little buttons. Yes, the little button pins we make. Sold a lot of those. Sold a few of the art pins. Sold one of Andrew's enamel pendants, which was nice. And some artwork from Andrew. And then we had a little make and take. And yeah, I took some pottery, but I didn't sell any pottery. We didn't have really a good display for it.
You didn't have a price either.
Some of it was priced, some of it was not. But
I didn't see it priced.
Yeah, but people weren't really picking it up much. Some people were admiring it. The most people that picked it was when I left the booth. So that didn't help. But anyway, yeah, that just means there's more for me to add online, which I did take pictures of a lot of my pottery that I have yet to add, and I'm going to be getting those online soon. And yeah, what have you all been up to? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hope you're all doing well out there, having a great time. Hope you had a good weekend. We're going to start today with some of Andrew's enamel. What?
He teased it.
What? Did you tease it?
A long time ago.
A long time ago. So we're going to start out the day with some of Andrew's enamel pieces. And we have two different kinds that we're going to take a look at. And then we're going to get into some random beads and maybe play some mix and match. We'll see what happens. Andrew's kind of waiting. He just got home. He's kind of waiting for the kiln to fire up. And then he's going to be working on some stuff in the kiln tonight because he didn't stay late during his class to do some work at the touchstone. So he's going to do some of that catch-up work here. And then while he's doing that, I'll be packing and shipping some orders too. So that's good. As well as spreadsheeting and invoicing, hopefully for sales we make tonight. That'll really help. Susan is here. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining us.
So I have a question.
Andrew has a question.
Does anybody have a copy of the second edition of The Art of Fine Enameling?
Okay, so a book. Does anyone have the book, the second edition of The Art of Fine Enameling?
Because apparently I have the first edition and it doesn't have the technique that I had bookmarked this page and I was showing somebody a picture and I hit the wrong button and it poof disappeared.
Oh no.
So I don't know how to get back to that. And then I think it was like in Google Books or something. I don't know. Or maybe it was a free preview that I had just had it open on that page for like years.
Oh, yeah, and you looking through your history, if it was open for a long time, would be not easy.
Yeah, no, I found it, but when I clicked it, it went elsewhere.
Oh.
And so when it went elsewhere, then it was not any more good. The link.
That sucks. So, The Art of Fine Enameling, second. By Karen Cohen, second edition. Does anybody have a copy of that book? Let's see here. All right. How are y'all out there? What's going on? Everybody's saying hi to each other. Nobody's saying how they are, what they're doing, what's going on. Michelle did. She did good in Venice. Venice sales are going well. Sold something today and yesterday. Nice. That's awesome. What have you all been up to? I'm going to flip the camera then, and we're going to get started taking a look at some of Andrew's enamel. All right. Y'all can still talk while we look, too. Let us know how you're doing. I made some chicken burgers yesterday, fake chicken, and I thought they were pretty good. Thought I did a good job. Did some caramelized onions and mushrooms, And today we're going to have, I think, burgers. And I got some little potatoes. They're going to fry up some little potatoes and some burgers. And then I picked up a little bit of hummus and chips as a snack too. So I think that sounds pretty good. Anne says, it's hot, makes my brain foggy. Hello, Anne. I get it. My brain is foggy too. I must have, like, I went and got groceries. That's another thing I did today. After I went to the chiropractor, I went to get groceries, and I got home and I shut the door to the car and I started walking to the house. And I was like, I have groceries in the back. Like, my brain does not function so well in this heat. Susan's going to DC tomorrow, trying to pack and get things together. Nice. I hope your trip goes well. I know it's going to be a hot one for you. You said you would be out and about for part of it. So please, please, I'm drinking water now. Reminder, stay hydrated. Please stay hydrated. Because it is hot out there. Harry says, we just had baked pork chops with shakalaka and green beans. What's shakalaka? I don't know what that is. So it says, I get a CSA box and have a lot of leeks. So I made some potato leek soup yesterday and froze it for later. Ooh, potato leek sounds delicious. Yeah, I haven't had that in a long time, but it sounds really good. All right, so y'all know how this works. And I don't have an email here again. Oh wait, I do. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. Brought my iPad up earlier today and forgot that I brought it up. So I do have access to email, so we can see what's selling or not selling. Oh, I already had a plug over here too. How about that? It's like I'm already set up or something. Ahead of the game. Email. There we go. There we go. Get my email up and running, and there it is. All right. Now we've got email. All right, purchase from this video. Take down the lot number. That's this time it's random bead day, RBD, RBD1, RBD2. Take that down, put it in the subject line of an email, send that email to info@allegorygallery.com. And these new enamel pieces by Andrew are only $16 each. What? When he said that, I was like, what are you doing? Let's see here. Shakalaka is an African dish with beans and rice. South African side dish with rice, with beans, vegetables, and spices. Bold, robust flavor. Spelled wrong. Chakalaka. Nice. Susan says it was really good. Kind of shocked myself. Shock yourself that you made good food. That's always a good thing, right? That's always a good thing. You do better than you ever think you could. I like that talk. Hello, Anna. Thank you for joining us. You're just in time to get the show started. Let us know how your weekend was, Anna. We are starting off today, Random Bead Day, with some of Andrew's enamel pendants. So this is RBD1. These are the blue background pendants with the gold ink done on them. And they're stamped on and then fired to stay that way. And they're only $16 each. These are 1-inch rounds or 1-inch coins, pendants, signed and dated on the back by Andrew. This is RBD1, and I will. I'm going to leave some of the. I'm going to leave them out on the mat so you can get a view. I don't know if you can see them really well out there anyway when they're laying down, but it'll help you compare them a little bit. This one's a butterfly, RBD2. Only $16 each for these. And these are handmade enamel by Andrew. If any of you have done enamel work, you know that doing all this work and selling them for $16 is a pretty good deal. But they're great to use. This is RBD3. RBD3. Kind of a geometric kind of or swirly design here. RBD4. This is another butterfly here. Different style. Oops, I forgot the price on that. That's 16 as well. RBD5. Let's see, what is this? Here's another butterfly. What do y'all think of these? I like these a lot. I think they're nice for summer, nice colors, but they're blue and gold, so that goes with so many things, right? Jeans, you can just put them on a simple chain, wear them with blue jeans. And here's another one of these swirly patterns, a little bit different. Just more of a hint of gold, less pronounced on that one. And again, all signed and dated on the back by Andrew, RBD6. So this is the first 6 of those. Let me get some bags here. Anna says pretty, thank you. Oh, Anna's over on YouTube too. Thank you so much for joining us in both places. So this is RBD1.
So does anybody have that book?
No one has said they have that book. No one has said they have that book yet. RBD2. Suzanne is here. Hello, hello. So this, hello everyone. Hope your cats are doing well. The Pride Festival looked good. It was very good. We had a good time. Cats are all doing well. Tallulah is healing very well. Everybody's healing up well. Everybody's getting rambunctious again. Starting to get a little bit wild again. This is RBD3. This is Enamel Pendants by Andrew. They're 1-inch coins. Let's do it this way. Let's move 4, 5, and 6 up here. RBD7. And this is glad kids are doing well. The Pride Festival looked fun. It was. It was a good time. It was a good time. RBD7 is another butterfly, kind of a softer outline. And we have yet to finish the edges on these. The edges will be sanded down too before you get them. It'll be copper edge. RBD8. $16. And this is kind of a random, just a random design, which I kind of like. It kind of looks more like the kombu that he did, like on these. And that's RBD8. RBD9. Is another one of these kind of swirly patterns. RBD9. And says RBD8 sort of looks like the Earth seen from space. So that's interesting. Right, that's kind of cool. I like that one. Sometimes I like the randomness, right? All right, so that's that, and we'll move these ones off. So again, one more time, this was RBD4. That's kind of the side profile of the butterfly. And RBD5 is this butterfly, or flutterby, right? Butterfly, flutterby. And RBD6 is this stamped dot pattern, a little bit lighter than the first one. If you just want a little bit of the gold, this is a little bit less than the first spiral pattern we saw. And I'll move these up and we'll make room for more. All right, you know what? I'm going to move on because we have a few of these, but they're kind of duplicates of the others. But so far we still have those available. So we're going to move on to the other style, which are these. Now, a lot of people saw these and wanted these when Andrew was making them. These are the hand-cut ones that he did with the gold and the multiple layers of enamel color, and then he hand set them with this prong work that he made. And I'm going to show you all of these too. So this is the first one, And this is RBD 10. These ones are $68. There's a lot more work that goes into these ones. Signed and dated by Andrew on the back. They are, this is silver, right, Andrew? The prong setting is in silver.
And there's a little bit of gold.
And the gold foil. Is it foil or is it painted?
It's painted on, but that sounds like it's what they do is they suspend it in a solution and then you can paint it on like paint, but
And then you've also got these little beads in here, right?
Yep.
When you look closer, so you've got the, let me see if I can get in there. There we go. Those little beads suspended in there to add some extra vibrance. That's a lot of work. A lot of work. RBD11 and a lot of different firing to get all those things to come together properly. This is RBD11 is this one. How many of the RBD10 style are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are going to be 5 of these, Anne. 5 of these ones. So there's that one. RBD12. This is the next one. I just realized my main light isn't over top of everything here, which it's like, why does it feel so dark? That's why. My light's gone. There's the light. All right. So let me put these other ones away real quick. RBD7 goes away. Oh, let me show you that one again. I just threw it in the bag. There's RBD7. RBD8 is this one. And RBD9 is this one. Okay. Let's move these up. So again, this was 10, 11. I like the orange on this one a lot. This has a nice bright orange and some blue and green. I like that one. And then this is 12. And then RBD 13 is this one. And says they are all really nice.
Thanks.
This is a nice, I like this one too. This one has a lot of those little beads in there. A lot of those little beads, if you like that little accent. And then the last one of these, did I say there were 5? Or I say there's 5 of them. RBD 14. This is the last one of these, and it is this one. Again, all of these are prong set in a silver bezel that Andrew made for these, and then patinaed that into a darker color with silver. Michelle says they look like a lot of work to make. Beautiful job, Andrew.
Thanks.
Anna says beautiful work. We have sold RBD 10. Thank you so much. That's this one right here. It's the first one of these we showed you. Norma says 11 and 13 are my faves, but they're all gorgeous. Yeah, I have to say 11. I know, Norma, you like those orangey reds, right? Me too. I particularly like, my favorite, I think, is this one, how the red goes into the orange, into a little bit of purpley blue, and then into this beautiful kind of light minty green.
I think I'm wore out already.
I feel your energy is low.
I sat down trying to Google something and see if I could find those pages. I fell asleep.
You fell asleep sitting down. 10 and 11 are my faves, says Anne. I do like that orange on 11, right? Me too. And this 13 has a little bit of that orange too. I think 13, the little beads in there, they're more clear. And like on this one, they've got some color to them, whereas on this one, they're more clear. And then this one too. This one, they've got a little bit of the color in there. 12 and 14 are Michelle's favorites. So you like these two. Susan says they are really cool. Aren't they? You're not going to see anything like this anywhere else, right?
If you do, that's a surprise.
That's a surprise. Because Andrew created these out of his own mind. I keep dropping this one. I love how he set these two. They're not just prong set. They've got these little balls on the end, which kind of make it a little bit even more, I don't want to say special, but different. My phone just went dark for some reason. I don't know why. We've just sold 14. That's this one, the one I keep dropping. Thank you so much. Don't worry, it's okay. So 10 and 14 have now sold. Let me put those away. I appreciate that. These are definitely, like I said, they're very different. They're not going to be something you find anywhere else. Andrew made these by creating them himself. And so with these, you're going to get something that is super, there's only 5 of them. There's only 5 of them in the world right now. So one more look. 11 is still available. My favorite. Still available. Susan says, I do love getting things that are really different. Me too. I like the fact, like, truly, there are 5 of these in the world. So, and only 2 of them have sold so far. So that means that if you get one of these now, or if you've already gotten one, you've got one of 2 that have been out into the world. And if you get one now, you'll be one of 3 only out there in the world. So your jewelry will stand out when you make it with this, because there aren't many of them available. And I don't know that Andrew's going to go around making a ton more of these. I mean, he's always able to, but I know that these were a little bit of a challenge to make these rings and all this. They're a lot of work. And that price probably should be double that, but you know how he likes to do for y'all?
You know what I also like to do?
What?
Is find that page in that book.
He can't let it go, y'all.
No, because I wanted to do it this week. And it has a very specific recipe about how you have to dilute the
you need to take screenshots when you find this stuff.
Are you telling me?
He does. He has a tendency to leave things open on the browser. He has like sometimes he's a browser tab person. I'll come to the computer sometimes and there's like 18 browser tabs open. And then if those things refresh, sometimes that stuff goes away.
Correct. It did.
It did.
And now I have Regretsy.
Regretsy. Oh, Susan is here. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining
Nobody
us.
has it.
Anne says, I wish I had that book for you.
I have the first edition, which you think would be a good thing, but no.
They added to it in the second edition.
Correct. And the one that I need, it's not in there.
The one recipe.
I
That's
said,
probably what the whole second edition was about, that one recipe.
I believe it.
All right. For those of you who just joined in, we're doing Andrew's pendants. There are 3 of these left. There are only 5 to start with. There are 3 of them still available. Anna says, it's my favorite too, William. This one, me too. RBD 11. And it's still available. Nobody's gotten it yet. Look at all the colors in there. Colors in those little beads. It goes from the kind of red to orange to purple to blue to minty green. You could use so many different beads with that. Imagine that with some like green apatite.
How about this?
Or, what's Andrew doing?
Mix and match.
Mix and match.
Well, kind of random.
Random.
Here you go.
How about those, y'all?
Somebody was asking about the shape beads, and I thought these might be fun.
That was some of those. I think that goes really well with this one, with 13. That fun? And
I have those shape beads in this flavor.
ooh. Look at that. They're like little undersea treasures, says Anna.
Thank you.
Look at these. Look at that together with that blue. Number 13, especially, it's got a lot of the blue on it.
How about this number?
What's this number? This is kind of periwinkle.
That's kind of like a bluey gray.
Bluey gray. I guess it is when you see it now. Look at that. Super cool. So these are all one-of-a-kind pendants, enamel pendants by Andrew, set in fine or sterling?
It's sterling.
Sterling.
Yeah, how about this one?
Ooh.
How come you're not making tags for it? No, how can anybody order it? They'll be so confused.
We're selling these too?
Let's do it.
He's like, let's do it.
I gotta make enough to get that book. Overnight that shit.
What am I doing? Rain and Bead Day. And we did 14, we're on 15. How much you want to do these for?
I could do the green ones for
all but the gray are the same price, I think. We got a little friend here.
I could do it for $3.50.
Get on there. Get over there. $3.50. And the green ones, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. Let me move these over. I'm going to leave these out because these still need to be seen. And then the green. And what are these called? These are Arcos.
The little arcs.
Little arcs. These are little arcs, kind of seed beads. They've got 3 holes. And so they could fit together, right? Boy. Fit together like that. You could probably fit them together like this and suspend something in between. That'd be kind of cool, right? So those little Arcos beads, RBD16, 350, and there are 3 of the purple. I don't know why I made it hard on myself.
Right. Wow. Here's this one.
RBD17. And that's the blue, 3 of those. And then how much on the grays?
I can do
$3.
$3.
3 of those. I've seen these shapes in different fun patterns. They are fun, says Michelle.
And these ones I try to give a good price on this. You could, if you haven't had these before, you can get them and play around with them.
Yeah. We've sold one of the RBD16s. Thank you. Okay, and then we've got 15, 16, and 17 have been, we sold one of each.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. This is RBD 19, and these are 350. And we have 2 of the silver. So these are the bright silver color. Got you. And RBD20. What you got? Bronzy. These are 350 as well. And there are 3 of those. All right, and there's the bronzy ones. And there are 3 of those. All right. Is that the last of those? No, I gotta make more room. Hold on. Gotta make more room. Clearing off some of Andrew's pendants then. This is RBD11. In case you missed these. There are only 5 of these that he made. There are 3 still available, $68. RBD11. That's my favorite one right there. RBD12 is this one. And RBD 13 is this one. Okay. RBD 21. There are 5 of these. And they are $3.50 each. And it's this color, which is marked as pastel cream. Pastel cream. And it looks like that. We got these. This is the bronze red. These are $3 each. And how many do we have of those? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 of those. Eight of those. And we've got
good neutral.
the good neutral black. Glossy black.
There's not many of them.
There's only 2 of those.
And I don't think we're going to be getting more of
R,
these.
B, D, no. $3 each. 2 of those available in the glossy black. Boy, this, I don't know why the screen is so dark. My screen is dark on my end.
I wonder if it's tired.
I don't know. It's charging at least, which is good. Normally my screen is much more vibrant on my end, but not today.
Are y'all liking the seed beads?
Yeah, you like the seed beads? You want more?
Shape ones? Because I have this other shape. It's called a ginkgo leaf.
A ginkgo leaf. Okay, let me start putting some of these back. Let me find all my lime. This is called the Bordeaux. This is the blue gray. And this is the pastel aqua. Argentese. Okay. What do you think of these? Do you like these, everybody? I wanted to dump them out to show you, but maybe that was not the easiest thing to do, or the best thing to do. What do y'all think? I think they're fun. I'm curious about the ginkgo leaf shape, says Anne. All right. We've sold a few. Let's see. We've sold some 16, 15, 17, 19, 20, some more 17 and 18. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. 15 is the one we got the most of, but most of these we only have around 3 of each, sometimes 2 of each. We've got a lot of this one too, the red bronze color, which is really pretty. And it says agree with Anne. All right, let me see what I can do here. Let me start making some room here. Somebody just sent 21 but said black. Black is the 23, but I don't know if you want the black or if you want 21 and black. Please let me know. Some people do that and they want both of them. 21 is the buttercream up here, and 23 is the black over there. Yep, did that one too. Maybe I should have brought my triangle over for this. I didn't know we were doing this. I wasn't sure what all we had, what Andrew was going to get into today. Let me get that other one here. All right, those are the greens. And those in the bag together. Did you find it?
Guess who took a screenshot?
Oh, you did after all?
Yeah.
See that? You were ahead of yourself. All that worrying.
Yeah, because I can't find it.
Now you check your screenshot folder.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Doesn't need the book anymore, y'all.
No, I still would like it.
You still would like the book. Okay, RBD 16. I need to get a triangle. This is too much. Trying to pick these up with tiny little sheets of paper.
Oh,
Cannot handle to take my frustration point. Now if I can find my triangle. You just get saturated with your frustration point. Everybody ever do that? Happens to me. Let's get rid of that one. It says okay. Here we go. At 2123, send an email. It's fixed. Thank you so much. There we go. So much easier with a real triangle. Anna and Ann are interested in the ginkgo shape. I'm interested in the ginkgo shape too. I've never heard of ginkgo shape. But I've never heard of these either because seed beating is not generally my thing. So that's the purple, is RBD 16. And it's actually called Pastel Bordeaux. Pastel Bordeaux. Susan says yes to the ginkgo shape. Okay, 17's going away. 17 is the Pastel Aqua. It's called Pastel Aqua. Boy, is it hard to work around a camera. So this is the Pastel Aqua. It's RBD 17. It's a lot easier to see it in this than in my hand. Beautiful colors. Not only they're pastel, but they're kind of slightly metallic, which I think is cool. In 17, we have one of that still available. The rest have sold out. Thank you so much. Norma says, I think I've seen the ginkgo shape somewhere and I liked it. Nice. And 18 is this blue-gray. Let me show you that up close. There we go. Blue-gray. That's RBD 18. And we have two of those still available. Two of those three. They've actually got a little bit of like pink purple in them too. You call them blue gray, but they've got a little, can you see the pink and purple kind of to it? Yeah, I bet if you add some rose quartz to that, that would be really, really pretty. All right. 19 and 20 is this bronze color. This is a highly metallic bronze. And that's 20. And we have 2 of these still available. 2 of those still available. Where's my tube for that one? Oop, I must use the wrong tube. Oh well, I'm going to use this tube. Okay, there's that one. RBD20, 2 of those still available. RB21 is the pastel cream or buttercream. Those would go really nice with those buttercream pearls we had the other day, if you got any of those. If you didn't get any of those and you want to see the buttercream pearls, let me know. See if I can find them. And that was 21 so far. Nobody wants any of those. Nobody wants the buttercream? What? Such a pretty color. Nobody wants 22 either. That red bronze. That's surprising to me. That red bronze can go with so much. Such a good color. So far, all of those are still available. You can see that with some bone. That would look really good. Some carnelian. Lapis, I think with a nice deep blue, that would really look beautiful. All right. Back in the bag. They didn't come in a bag, so into a bag. Okay, that was 22. And 23, we've only sold 1 of the blacks of the 2. That also surprises me. That's a great neutral. This is the glossy black. Glossy black. RBD 23. 1 lot still available of those. All right, before I forget what number we're on, let me write it in the packet here. RBD24. Okay, RBD24. Let's look at the ginkgos. What do I have here? How many different colors of the ginkgos do I have? Ooh, a nice variety. Now the ginkgos are 2 whole. Yes. These are super cool.
You like them?
I like them. Oh, we just sold a 21 and a 22. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I like these. Now I'm not going to take all these out because that obviously took way too long to take in and take out. But I will pour them out and then pour them back in for y'all. So this is the shape, the ginkgo shape. They are 2 hole. This is, oh my, lots, I don't know what all that stands for. Opaque green, matte, FL, Capri Gold Bat. I don't know. This is the color. And hopefully, I don't know if my screen, hopefully it's not dark like it is on mine for all of you. I'm trying to bring this light down a little bit. They're really pretty, kind of golden purpley on a green leafy bead. And the holes go kind of at those lobes of the leaf. All right, so there are 2 of these available. These are $3 a tube. 2 of them available. RBD 24 for this color. These are also larger tubes. Bigger beads though too. Trying to, because the top of my mat, I don't know why let's move this up a little bit so I get more space on the mat. Then you can't see as well. Gonna get it just right. You just sold both of the 24s. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
RBD25. There are 3 of these available. These are also $3 a tube. These are super pretty. Look at that color. It has that same kind of golden, this time the other one is kind of like a purpley gold. This is like a yellowy gold and gray on a red leaf shape. That's RBD 25. And there are 3 of those available. And let me give you, just so you know, the size on these kind of. They're all going to be the same size. Oh. Well. I thought we just replaced this battery and the battery's dead. Let's try taking it out and putting it back in. Nope. Caliper died. All right. Backup ruler. These are approximately 8 millimeters by, I'm going to say 7. About 8 by 7 millimeters. By 7 millimeters. It's 25. We've sold so far 1 of the 25s. I like that red color. It'll go good with a lot of, like, I would say, like African tribal beads. Let's see what color's next. Got 3 of these. And they're $3 each as well. RBD 26. This is called Opal Red. But I think they show better in here. Opal Red. It's kind of like a, it reminds me of those cherry candies we get. Those little cherry chews. I don't know if you have those. Or a licorice, a red licorice. Little Julie, red color, and that's RBD 26. $3 a tube, 3 tubes available. RBD 27. Let's see. This is it's called Polished Brass. We just sold one of the 26s, thank you. This is called Polished Brass, very golden color. Super cute. I love these, I love this shape. Polished Brass. This one is let's say $3 on these two, and there are 3 of these tubes available. And the Polished Brass or gold. Golden. What's that one? RBD 28. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 11 of these. We got 11. And should be, these are going to be $3.50 each. Wow, I just messed up that label. RBD 28, $3.50 each. We sold one of the 27s. Thank you so much. These are a really nice color. Just got stuck in the back here. These are a turquoise with that metallic. Super pretty color. And these are $3.50 a tube. RBD 28. And RBD 29. Oh, these are a Picasso. Who doesn't love a Picasso? Just sold one of the 28s. Thank you so much. This is an Aqua Picasso. So let me see if I can. So it's a beautiful aqua color, but then it's got the Picasso finish on it. And these are $3 a tube, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. 6 of these at $3 each. Aqua Picasso. So pretty. So there is that grouping. And then I've got more of those to show you too. Just coming up. Let me put some of these back, or in the bags anyway. So just to show you one more time, I'll walk through these. This is the 24. And those sold out. Shouldn't be showing you those again. Those are sold. And 25, we still have 2 of these available in the matte red. We just sold a 29 and another 27. Thank you so much. And we've got 127 still available. And 26 is this cherry red. They call it opal red. And we've still got 2 of those available. What do y'all think of these? Would you have plans for these? What do you want to try and make? Those of you who are grabbing some of these. Don't have any plans for them already? You're going to pair them with something? What are you thinking? Let me know in the comments. Let's activate some comments, y'all. This is 27. This is what they call the polished brass. It's the golden color. 27, there were 3 of these available, and we are down to 1 of them still available. One of those available. Yes, I think they'll be fun to play with, no plans for them. I think they'll be fun too, especially because they're 2 holes, so you can kind of pair them and mix, like kind of change up the shape as you design with them. I think they might be really fun. Anne says, we are so quiet tonight, I think what I call, in my mind, column earrings. Yeah, everybody's super quiet tonight. Super quiet. What's going on, everybody? More quiet than usual. This is 28, and we have a bunch of these left. I think there are like 10 of these left. We got a bunch of those ones. I really like this color, though. Maybe it's because they're 50 cents more. People are buying those ones. What are column earrings? Like where they drop down? RBD 29. We've sold 3 of these, so we still have 3 of these ones available in this. This is that Aqua Picasso. So still have 3 of those available. How come everyone is quiet tonight? What's happening? I know there's a lot going on in the world. This is our chance to hang out with each other and kind of, you know, let some of that, try to let some of it go, right? It's not easy. That's why we like getting on here with y'all, because it helps us not think about certain things sometimes. Anne says, they are a column of beads, no movement. I don't know how to describe it. If they turn out, I'll show them in the group. Please do. Anne is munching on chips and salsa. That sounds delicious. I really should have eaten something before the live, I think. I had 1 piece of cheese today. That's what I've eaten so far today. Some blueberries and a piece of cheese. I think, yep. My screen just went yellow. There we go. Norma says, I'm always quiet. I know. You're not always quiet. Don't be so quiet, everybody. It really helps me. Because Andrew went over to the other room to work on some of his stuff. So it really helps me when you all talk. Keeps the interest up. Keeps me awake, right? These are a turquoise Picasso. Beautiful turquoise Picasso. So turquoise, opaque turquoise bead with a Picasso finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. I think the heat has done a lot to people, right? Let's do these at $3 too. RBD 30. Anna says, I think you might be able to stack them on head pins. Absolutely. Absolutely could. And says, I'm usually pretty yappy. I know, we usually chat a little bit more, huh? Everybody's so quiet today. Is this heat? Y'all being affected by the heat? It's warm in here today. We've been trying to not have the air conditioner on in here if we don't need it. But I think we're getting to the point where we're going to need it again. Let me put one of these out for y'all. Because you know that the electricity and the gas, we don't have gas here, but in our various places, it has been a lot over the winter. And so trying not to jump too far into quick summer with utility bills, but it is happening. I feel it happening. RBD 31. Ooh, I like these a lot. These are opaque light red Rembrandt? Is that a finish? Looks like Rembrandt. Is this? It looks like a Picasso finish to me, but I don't know if that's a different kind of finish. Susan said, "Crazy cat just got overstimulated by husband and bit my hubs. We're okay now, just a little too much excitement." There's some excitement going on there. Yeah, these are opaque light red. That's a really pretty color. That's RBD 31, and I have 7 of these. It looks like 7 of these. And says, Anna, that's the column on head pins. Or maybe make eye pins because the holes aren't flat on a flat place. Oh yeah, and then you could dangle something from it. Anna says, the heat was just awful this weekend. Just zapped all my energy. Turned off AC today, but still tired. Oh, turned off the AC. Oh my goodness. You know, I don't like air conditioning that much. We sold a few of the 31s. Thank you so much. But I feel like lately it is necessary. Our air conditioning unit that we just put in our bedroom is not working. It died, and so we are without an air conditioning unit really in the bedroom. So it has been very, very difficult to sleep. Very difficult to sleep. This is Jet. Ginkgo leaves in Jet, in that black. These are, wow, let's see here. Do these for, these are even less expensive. These are $2.50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these available. $2.50 a tube. RBD 32 for the Jet. I got about half of them in that time. Half of them spilled out over the side. And it says, yes, it was only 85 today without much humidity. Will be in the upper 60s tonight. Oh, that sounds beautiful. The heat index today, I think, was 103 or 106, something like that here in Ligonier. It's too hot. It's that weather where as soon as I sweat a lot and I hate it, but I do. And it was like as soon as I walked out the door, you just sweat. Okay, these are striped jet. Okay, I have to take these out and separate them and look closely because these I thought were the same, but they are not. Dot jet, dot jet, dot jet, jet full capri, jet full capri, striped jet, striped jet, jet full, jet full. Okay. 85 after this 90 some weather, 85 with no humidity. That is nice. That's kind of what it was during Pride for us. And I was happy about that. All right. Nobody wants a 32. What? Nobody wants the jet? You don't like just the jet? These will be $3 each. And there are 4 of these available. Sandra joined us. Hello, Sandra. Thank you for joining in. Says hello. Hope everyone is doing good. We're hot. We're hot, but we're doing good. I went to the chiropractor for the first time in my entire life today. It was a big thing for me. With my anxiety, it is difficult for me to do these things sometimes, like making appointments. And I don't know if y'all suffer from that or not, but I did it, and it was amazing. I got my out-of-place rib put back in place, my out-of-place spine put back into place. I got a tendon in my arm put back into place. We're going to work more on me on Wednesday. It's that bad I got to go back the same week. But I've never done this, and I've had issues for quite some time. So for me, being able to turn my head and not get lightheaded is a big deal. I'm super happy about that. I'm not great at taking care of myself. I will say that. RBD 33. These are considered, they call them Jet Full Capri Batik. Full Capri Batik. They're black with a heavy metallic coating or heavy metallic finish. Susan says it hit 98 here with dew points in the 70s. Yikes. Anna says yes, and that reminder for us on of those on antidepressants and other meds that you get dehydrated fast. Yeah, dehydration is not a good thing, right? Like our one friend says, make sure you are sweating and peeing. Right? Sweating and peeing. If you're just sweating, you're not hydrated enough. Right? That's 33. RBD 34. This is dotted. Let's see, these are $3 each, and there are 3 of these available. Sandra says, I know it's 97 here. I don't know what it ended up being here today. Trying to see here what our weather, what today's high was today. It was 89 here today as a high, which seems, now it's like 80 and it feels like, oh, it's so nice. But yeah, they were saying we're at 73% dew point right now. They were saying earlier it was about 103 was the heat index. And so I think it might have been real feel in the triple digits today. Now it's storming. It must not have been too humid because I wasn't too bothered waiting for the bus. I felt like it was humid today here. That's what I hate. Now these are a dot jet, whatever, FL slip. But these are dotted, which I think is really cool. Super colorful. On the jet, you've got some teal, some purples, some pinks, some reds in there, along with the gold metallics. So there are 3 of those tubes, and they are RBD 34 for the dots on jet. And RBD 35, there are 2 of these available, and they are $3 a tube. Sue says, I'm a wilting flower without AC. Yeah, I don't do great without it. I don't like it necessarily, but I don't do great without it anymore. I sweat way too much. These are a stripey. So they're like the other ones. The other ones were dots. These ones are mostly stripes. And there are 2 of the stripes available at $3 for the tube. Now my email's doing a weird thing. Okay, stay there. So that's RBD 35. And it said, Susan, that's what we had this weekend, upper 90s and 75% plus humidity. Sandra has, now you're getting chatty. Thank you. Sandra has PT tomorrow. I can relate. Says, I don't know. I shared, but I have a bulging disc and 2 pinched nerves. Yikes. That does not sound fun. Hope the PT is helping. And also said, there's no fun. Hope PT is helping. And says, glad you're getting better, William. I hope so. It feels much better. Anyway, hopefully I can rest a little easier tonight. Anna says, I did not realize that the meds made you more susceptible to heat. I learned my lesson. I didn't know that either. I have to check and see if mine do. I'm not on the antidepressants yet. Who knows? But I'm on anti-anxiety. I know that I feel more tired because I'm on a medication for lowering blood pressure, but it's used for me to lower my heart rate so it doesn't speed up. One more time, this is RBD 30. And so I get very lethargic as it is, and then with the heat, it's like extra lethargic. This is 31. Whoops. Susan says, Sandra, I hope PT goes well for you tomorrow. Anne says, Anna, I saw that warning recently. I'd never heard that before. Yeah, I didn't hear that before either. It's good to know. Good to know. Sandra says, Anne, not yet. She is hurting me. I think she enjoys it. Yeah, they have to do that, right? Sometimes they have to be a little bit pushy. I've heard that before. They know what they're doing, right? You got to trust them. This is 32, the Jet. We still have some of those available. And it says, makes sense why I get heat sick easily. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Make sure you're drinking enough water to stay hydrated. I was drinking a lot of water during Pride, and yet I still think I got a little bit dehydrated myself, even though I drank a whole bottle, lots of water. This is the Full Capri Batik 33. We've got 3 of these still available. Let's see, where did it go? Michelle says, hope you feel better soon too, Sandra. Anna says, did Andrew go take a nap? He went into the other room to work on things. He mostly came here today to work on some projects because he's working on these projects in class, but then he's not staying late to continue working on things for tomorrow. So every night he'll probably be up here at the cottage working on things unless he stays late to work on them there. But he did have to wait for the kiln to heat up. I don't know if the kiln is fully heated up yet or not, but he's probably over there prepping stuff. Susan says it was 100 here today. Oh. Susan says it would be difficult to live without AC in my city, particularly in a dark brick house. I bet. My grandparents didn't have AC for a long time in their house, and my grandmother would go through the house like in the evening. She'd open the windows and all that, and then in the morning, at a certain point in the afternoon or late morning, she'd start closing stuff up and close all the drapes and stop the sun from entering into the house. I still remember that. We'd help her run around closing stuff up. This is the stripy striped jet beads, and we have, this is 35. We have 1 of these still available. We didn't have AC at all growing up. I just talked to a friend. I was in the grocery store, and she was asking how things were going and talking with her, and they don't have AC in their house either. So she said it was nice to be in the grocery store today. But yeah, I think you can get used to it to a certain point, but when it's hot, it's hot. And so Sandra, oh no, I hope it gets better. I have an entrapped nerve, and PT helped a lot. Now I'm in OT for tendonitis. I'm falling apart, LOL. I feel that. I feel like I'm falling apart too. The ginkgo beads would be cool in an orange. I don't think that's it. That's all I've got. That's all I've got, y'all. Suzanne says, I think we are finally ready to paint the kitchen. Nice. That'll be nice. It always feels better when that stuff's all done, right? Norma says, Susan, it would be hard here too. And my white aluminum siding facing west gets burning hot and radiates it. At least white should, it should push away the sun, right? And they say that white is the best for deflecting all that, supposedly. Susan says, Norma's so relatable. Our home turns into a little brick oven. Anna says, I agree. Orange would be fun. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Ginkgos, when they turn that color, are really, really pretty, right? Susan says, I grew up in Miami, and we only had window AC units until I was in 3rd grade, and we got central air. I will never live without it now. It is hard to live without it. These days, especially. It's hard, especially when you go in and out of places with AC. Like growing up, not everywhere had AC anyway. So when we didn't have it, you didn't notice it. I mean, you noticed it. It was hot, but it was just life, right? And now, when you can go into and out of most stores and most places have it, you really notice the difference. Because I wasn't doing too terribly before we put the AC window units in, but Andrew was getting really hot. But I think my blood pressure medicine and all that keeps my body lower. It's keeping my heart rate lower. So I think I didn't heat up as much, but he was like getting way too hot. So I think it also depends what your makeup is, your constitution, right? All right, let's see what else I've got here. let me go grab a few things. I started making a pile, and then we got into this. And then Andrew is over there now. So let me see. I should have gotten all this before. I should have done this part at the end is what I should have done. And done the other stuff while Andrew was here to help. Ann says, although when I came in out of the house, when I came in out of the heat, my house seems freezing in contrast. Got to keep it comfortable for Daniel Tagger. He's wearing a fur coat. Yeah, our house feels chilly to me right now when I come in out of the hot. And our cats, I think, like it, but also some of them are searching out the sun. Gertie was relaxing in the sunlight today. Student says climate change is involved as well with these super hot temperatures. Yes, that is a thing. That is a thing that wasn't as much of a thing when we were growing up, except the hole in the ozone was the big thing when we were growing up, or when I was growing up. Let's see here. I found a few cool things, I think. I found some interesting things earlier. Anne says, yes, I have a window seat for Daniel. He likes to sit in it when there's a sunbeam. I know, it could be as hot as it can be, and they're still sitting in the sun. Like, what are you doing? Susan says, my silly cats are lying on the floor in the screened porch. Susan says, mine go on the hunt for sunbeams. I know, right? They do like those sunbeams. Gertie was sitting in them today. All right. Next up, we have these. These are I believe these are from the Philippines. It's a wood bead. And these were 14. And bring them down to 10 for y'all tonight. Smokey especially loves sunbeams, says Susan. Nice. So these are these wooden tube beads. They are super duper lightweight. And these are approximately, let me see if I can do the size on here. It's hard with this. About 9 millimeters by about 30. 9 by 30. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, I think, beads on there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, 13 beads on there. RBD 36. Norma says, I have an open staircase to the attic and my cats sometimes hang out up there in the heat. It always worries me. Yeah, I think, as much as we like the air conditioning, I generally think our cats don't like it as much. Barnaby always kind of sits at the top of the stairs. And we've sold one of these so far. Thank you so much. Barnaby likes to sit at the top of the stairs where it's always warmer. And a lot of them sleep in the window. So I'm like, even though I think because they have fur coats, they're going to be super duper hot, I think they actually sometimes really just like the heat. But I wouldn't want them getting caught anywhere like that. These are beautiful glass beads. Handmade glass beads. And let's see, RBD, there's only one of these available. RBD 37. We had these at $8. They were $2 a piece. Let's put them down to 6 for y'all. And these are approximately 13 by 20 millimeters. 13 by 20. Aren't those beautiful? I think because of this color in here, they would go well with bone, like any bone that has that slightly darker color in it. And I think that would pull out a lot of different colors, either antler or bone or horn beads too. It would also go really well just with those. I pulled them kind of together. The fur can also insulate them, Susanna. That makes sense. Norma says, Mischief does like to sit on the AC vent in the kitchen floor. Yeah, some like heat, some don't, right? Sometimes, you never know. I figure they will find a place. I try to, we try to keep it cool in the house for us. And if they need that too, that's good. But also they're going to find a place. All right. This originally was marked $39.95. We had it at 28. Let's bring it down to 22. This is from Dunitz and Company in Hollywood, California. I don't know if you can see that. It was $39.95. This is a bracelet already made, but you can take it apart too, right? Hello, Cynthia. Thanks for joining. But this is, when we talk about a beaded loop toggle, we talk about that sometimes. This is what we mean, to make a beaded loop toggle. And then they actually also made their own beaded ball to go through that loop. But these are beads made out of beads, right? Seeded beads. And they're super pretty. And so this is already made into a bracelet, but if you wanted to take it apart, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're getting 7 beads on there for the $22. So just around $3 a bead, which I think is a really good deal for the work that goes into those. So you're getting 2 of each of those, 2 of each of those, 2 of each of those, and 1 of the main. Leah, if you'd like to claim, we don't take comments for claims, so please send us an email to info@allegorygallery.com and just send that in an email to us, that request, and I will pull for you what we have. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. But we do not take comments or claims in the comments, only email. And that's because of a lot of reasons, but number one, it works out best, and we can keep track of what everyone has got so that no one gets something out from under anyone else. Good deal for the beaded beads, says Anna. I think too, right? We've sold 37, so we've sold 1 of 36. We still have 1 available. We have 1 of 37, and that has sold. And this is still available, RBD 38. I was like, look at me, I'm pulling all these like fall colors. I think because it's so hot, I'm like, can we have fall? But if you haven't noticed, the color choice, the color choice that I have is all fall. Thank you, Leah. And that's, remember, it's Lee, right? Lee, I think I asked you that before, Lee. info@allegorygallery.com. Make sure you send it to allegorygallery.com. info@allegorygallery.com. We've had a lot of people that send it to info@allegory.com, and that's not us. So we wonder what they think when they get all these emails. But please definitely send us an email, because that way we have your email address already. That means we can invoice you right there. And also send along, if you haven't purchased from us in a while or before at all, or if you've changed your address, make sure we have your shipping address too. And it says those beaded beads are like raspberry and blackberry, kind of, right? So that's like right now. They're but they're a little bit brown kind of root beery color, but they're kind of, I guess, like a black raspberry. These are definitely raspberry though. I love that color. Okay, anyway. So then let's see, what else did I pull? What else did I pull? All right. RBD 39. These were 16. Cindy said those are hard to make, so the price is cheap. I know, right? This was it. I mean, they were selling it for $39.95. This is a $40 bracelet. It's now $22 for y'all. $22 only. That's a vintage bracelet. Now we have some glass made in Western Germany. This was 16, which was our cheap price for you before. I'm going to go down to 14, right? I can't do much more than that because it's already cheap. I'm going to move 37 out of the way though, because that has sold. Thank you, thank you. We still do have one of these. These are super cool. These wooden beads, super light, make great earrings or additions to earrings. I feel like it's so dark in here today. I'm like missing lights for some reason. All right, let me move this over. This is still available. 39. This is made in Western Germany, when Germany was still divided. And these are a kind of garnet red color. You get the whole strand of them. We've gone crazy on this price. The whole strand of them for $14. That probably should be like a $24 strand, at least. These beads are approximately 10 millimeters. And they are a beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, they're a really nice garnet red color. Still's got the tag, so these are antique beads. RBD 39, you get the whole strand. That is just about a 12-inch, about an 11-inch strand. About an 11-inch strand. All right, let's see here. I'm going to check junk mail just to make sure nobody's going into junk mail. So far, no. Good. 39 has just sold. Thank you so much. I knew that one would sell. And Lee, we still did not, just to say we didn't get an email from you, so just want to make sure if you're sending that email in that we get it. I'll make sure. All right. And let's see, what do I have next? Whoa. Oh. Okay, these are beautiful agate beads in this corner drilled square shape or diamond shape. And this is RBD40. And this was an $18 strand, which I think is a really good deal already, but I'm going to make it 16 for you all tonight. 16 for you all. And these are approximately 15 millimeters. And just look at how juicy those are. Really pretty stones with their patterns. Really pretty agate. They look like candy, right? I think so. Don't eat the beads, y'all, but these look juicy. And this is a vintage strand, and this is a 16-inch vintage strand. There we go. All right. There. Whoops. Thank you, Lee. We did get your email now. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. All right, that's RBD 40. Let's keep going a little bit. Normally we end on 30 or 40, but I want to keep going just a little bit tonight since a lot of the stuff we had in the beginning. If you missed the beginning of the show, we did some of Andrew's brand new enamel pieces. Let me, I think this one is sold. I don't want to show one that's already sold. Let me see. Yep, that one is sold. Let me pick a different one. How about I pick my favorite one? Where's my favorite? It didn't sell. My favorite didn't sell, y'all. So this is, these are some of Andrew's newest enamel. He only made 5 of these, so there are only 5 exist in the world right now. And these are his enamel pieces that he made these bezels for in sterling silver and then antiqued them. But these are, they have beads inset in the enamel, so you can see these colorful little beads. They have gold in here. It's a gold suspended solution that he uses, so it's real gold. And then all these different colors of enamel. And it's done in this bezel that he created for each one, and they are $68. So if you missed the beginning of the show, check that out. We also had some of these beautiful little enamel pendants with the gold stampings in various, we had some butterflies, some little dot patterns, some little geometric shapes, and those ones were only $16. $16, not 16, everybody. Super good deal on those. So those are available if you missed those at the beginning. Highly recommend checking that out if you get a chance to go back. There are 3 of the bezel ones that he made still available. And there are a number of the beginning ones, the blue ones with the gold, still available as well. Let me put these back in order. Sorry, I'm making a mess here. All right, let's do a few more lots. For those of you who like vintage glass, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is vintage Czech glass in this beautiful cobalt blue color. Now, I'm going to tell you, we have these same beads in different colors and different shapes. RBD 41. I'm going to sell these at $6 for this long strand. $6 for the long strand. This strand is 18 inches. And these are vintage Czech in this, I think, pentagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided bead. RBD 41. I have 4 of these available. We normally sell strands that are about that big, and you can check our online store. So this is about 3 times. We normally sell that for $6 on these vintage check beads, but we're giving you all a deal tonight. You're pretty much getting 3 for 1 is what you're getting. And these are these beautiful cobalt blue transparent beads. These are about 4 millimeters by about 10. 4 by 10 millimeter beads. RBD 41, $6 a strand. 4 strands available. And let me put this one away because we have one left, but I'm running out of room. So I'm going to put this in the bag. And I'll just show that to you one more time. It's RBD 36. Are these wooden beads from the Philippines? RBD 36. And you get the whole strand for $10. There's one available. We sold the other one already. Let's see, 37, 38. No, 38 has not sold. So 38 is this one. The beaded beads. Everyone says is a good deal. So far, nobody's taken me up on the offer, but it is still available. RBD 38, the beaded beads, only $22, down from $39.95, down from $28, which is what we offered it before at, down to $22. Last reduction on that. Can't go any lower than that. And then we still have 40, which are these beautiful agate. I call them candy beads. They look like candy. They're so nice. Tumbled agate corner drilled squares. And then 41, we've sold 3 of the 41 so far, so there's 1 still available. Remember, when we get a good deal, we pass it along to you. That's why, there's nothing wrong with these beads. Sometimes we sell them at prices people are like, why are they so low? It's because we got a good deal. So if we get a good deal, you get a good deal. That's just how we do it. Because you are our friends, our AG Bead fam out there. And we appreciate you supporting us. So we try and do our best to support you all as we can too. Now, this is a very large African bead in that same blue color, that beautiful cobalt blue. This is only $4 for this one. This giant African glass, recycled glass trade bead. And size on this at its widest is about 35 millimeters. Let's see, height is about 22. And the hole size is about 7. And it says, wow, that's big, right? It is. There's only one available too. But look, really good together, those two. RBD 42. I was in a cobalt mood apparently today too. Because I have these as well. Look at these cobalt check, vintage check feathers. Say daggers and they strike me. RBD 43. And I'm going to make these $6. $6, $6, $6. Anna says that's big like a mandarin orange, right? It almost is like one of those cuties, little cutie oranges. It's about that size almost, right? A little bit smaller, but these are the cobalt blue vintage check. Probably antique at this point. Daggers. RBD 43. Hello.
How's it going?
It's going. You're back.
Yeah, I decided to just gather my materials and
Not push yourself too much tonight.
no.
Yeah, you were falling asleep standing up, handing me stuff.
Yeah, so it's less than ideal.
That is less than ideal. That is not ideal. How about these ones, y'all?
Oh, something popped up.
Oh, what do we sell? 43. The daggers have sold. Thank you so much.
So did people like
43 just tried to sell again. I'm sorry you missed out. Send that email quick, y'all. So 43. This one, you got another one somewhere? Sometimes Andrew can manifest multiples. RBD 44. We'll see if we got it for y'all.
I feel like I'm like that little girl in the Bee Season.
Look at this one, everybody. On what?
That movie, The Bee Season, where she's like humming, and then she can hum.
Did I watch that?
Yeah, it had Richard Gere in it, and it had Juliette Binoche in it.
I don't remember
and
that.
she was like a klepto of like shiny things, and I was like, "That's my future."
I don't. I kind of maybe.
And then so she was in this spelling bee because she wanted, and they had this thing called Tacom Huyom. Oh, I can't say it right.
It's about 13 by 7
That
millimeters for
means
those
to
beads.
repair the world.
Oh.
But anyway, so
44
she
just sold as well.
all the words.
44 just sold. Thank you so much. Would you say she what?
She hums. And
Hums
then she
to
can
spell?
the words.
Oh.
But my humming is pretty.
Humming to find the beads.
Yeah, but humming.
You don't have another strand of those, do ya? Humming. Those or the blue daggers.
I don't know about that.
We sold out twice and somebody wanted them.
Mm.
Might bite me out of luck. Gotta act quick sometimes. Sometimes things hang out there for a long time, and sometimes they sell quick.
I think that's that for that.
That's that for that for those.
Lots of blue beads.
RBD.
Brown daggers.
All right. Thank y'all for trying. RBD. Let me put some of these away. Let me put the ones that sold away. How about that?
Something that looks like those two had a baby.
Oh, let's try that.
I don't know if they will like that.
They might, because if they got one of the others, they might want the matchy. Let me put these away. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, speckly.
Yeah, you know I love the speckles.
I do too. What we have? 4 of those.
Oh, you want some more shaped seed beads?
Shaped seed beads. The seed beads did pretty well tonight.
I have some more triangles, but they're like obtuse triangles. They're not.
Anybody need obtuse triangles?
Is that the right word, or acute?
Acute, I think, is less than 90 degrees. Is that right? How does that
I
work?
don't know.
It's been too long.
Yeah, you know how long it's been since that? Too long.
Okay.
That's how long.
Let me put this away. This one away. 44, 43 have sold. There's still one of 41 available if anybody wants that. These, look at these ones. Don't those look at that?
It's got the juice.
It's got the juice. Look at how
I don't have the juice.
You're out of the juice.
The juice
done drained from his body.
I laughed myself worse. There's this Zhao Ying she had with her 4-year-old son where he's begging for breast milk.
Oh, you sent me
I
that.
laughed so hard.
I said, that child is too old. RB.
He's like, let's play zombies. And I said, uh-huh.
You think 6 on this one?
Sure.
That's okay. 6 of this, and there are 4 of these available if people want that.
People are like, what is he free associating?
46 are these.
To be fair, I slept like 25 minutes.
Yeah, he did not sleep a lot. He said these are like the marriage of these two because they've got the blue color, but they've got the spots
Yes.
of those. So look at those,
And
everybody.
it's like if you took the shape and squashed it.
Squash the shape.
With a
So,
delicate foot.
so these are approximately 9-inch. Wow, 9-inch strands.
What?
Yeah, did I
Who
do that
are we?
right? Do that right? Yeah, 4.5 times 2, 9-inch strands, about 10 millimeters by 12, about 10 by 12 millimeter beads, RBD 46. You can barely see that. Let me move this because this
You
one,
know,
nobody wants this. Throw this away.
I'm tore up tired, but I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, I
I
bet.
need to go find one more thing. Barbara's gonna be impressed with my art supplies.
Oh yeah? You
Yeah.
like impressing your teachers.
Well, just Barbara.
Just Barbara.
We compare notes about art supplies.
Dalmatian beads, Susanna, right? Slightly blue. Slightly blue. Blue-gray. Stormy blue-gray. Dalmatian beads, right? We've just sold 46. Thank you so much. We've sold one of those. We've got 3 of them still available. If anybody's in, oh, we just sold another one. Thank you so much. Down to 2 of those still available. What else do I have here? What else do I have here? Oh, who likes red? You like red? I like red. It's one of my favorite colors. Oh, just sold another 46. Got 1 left. If you've been holding out, waiting, thinking about it, you better pull the trigger, everybody. Only got 1 strand of those left. RBD 47. These were 10. I'm gonna go down to. Let's just go down to 6. We've been doing 6 all night. Why stop there, right? Why stop there? I keep kicking my stand. It's like in a weird place tonight. So this is RBD 47, and it's these beautiful red vintage check Druk beads, rounds. They're a little bit not so round because back then it was very difficult to make a purely round bead. Oh, 42 has sold, the big African bead. Thank you so much. So this is a very large strand. This is a 21-inch strand. 21-inch strand. The beads on here are approximately 5 millimeters, and there are 2 of these available at $6 each. This is the night to get the good deals on the vintage check glass. We've sold 1 of those already. Thank you so much. There is 1 still available. Just 1. Let me put away the big African bead. All right, let's see what here. 42. Trying to keep everything organized so it makes my spreadsheeting easier later. Those look like currants, the red kind. So yummy, right? They do. They look so good. All right. Let me move this up. Nobody's bought 45? You don't like the pink? What? You don't like that pink metallic goodness? That's like unicorn right there. That's what I imagine like unicorn skin to be. Anyway. Maybe that's gross, right? Unicorn skin? I don't know. Unicorn flesh? All right. The weird things that I say sometimes that come out on the live. RBD 48. What do I have next for y'all? This is cute. It's a cutie. This is $1.25. There's only 1. Make it inexpensive. It's a super cute little cat charm. Little cat charm. Excuse me. RBD 48. So far, we still have 1 of 47 left. We have 45 left. We have 1 left of 46 and 1 left of 41. There's at least 1 left of everything here. Thank you, Michelle. Let me see. Y'all are liking the glass tonight. Let me pull a few more things in the glass department. Ooh, falling over, everybody. Okay, we sold the other 47. Thank you so much. We also sold 48. Thank you, thank you. So let me put this away. Let me put 48 away. What do I do with the little bag? There it is. That's a cute little cat charm. Okay. RBD 49. And where is that? This is really cool. We'll go to 55 tonight. How about that? We'll go to 55. Let's make this just $6 too. RBD 49 are these beautiful vintage Czech glass flowers, 2 colors in this kind of turquoise and purple. Pretty combination. Vintage Czech glass leaves. Did I say flowers? Leaves. Sometimes I say flowers, I mean leaves. And there's 1 strand of that available, RBD 49. RBD 50. What do I have here? Oh, these are nice. I like these. Just to show you.
Who's watching?
Yeah, who's still out there? Say hi if you're still out there watching. Look at these glass beads. Vintage glass. And this is a long strand. It's about a 16-inch strand, just about a 16-inch strand. And each one of these little cubes or rectangles is about 4 millimeters by 5. Suzanne's still here. Thank you for hanging out with us. And they're such a cool kind of dark metallic. These ones, this strand was 12. I'm going to go down to 8 for you. There's only 1 left. I've only got the 1. Anna says, hi, Andrew.
Howdy.
Anna's still here.
How many people are watching?
Michelle's still here. We got 16 people watching.
What if I bust out some vintage Cracker Jack?
Oh, vintage Cracker Jack. I told them we're only going to 55, but
Maybe.
did you find more?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Who's interested in vintage Cracker Jack charms? Does that perk up anybody's ears? We just sold 50. Thank you so much. Norma's here, but about ready to go. Julie's still here. Michelle's still here. Just sold 50. I'm sorry, I only have 1. Somebody tried to grab it again. 50. That's this one.
Nothing like something I would have more of.
I know.
So there are enough people interested?
I know Anne likes his Cracker Jack charm, says Anna. I know, is Anne still here? I don't know if Anne's still with us tonight.
I can't remember how much we charged.
I don't remember either.
Ooh.
You're just gonna have to go with what your gut.
But my gut is kind of exhausted right now.
Don't go too low.
Mm.
That's what happens when he gets exhausted. We start just giving away stuff. Just giving it away. Practically, anyway. But I don't mind too much when it's all of you. Sometimes, you gotta give y'all, our friends, some good discounts. 45 sell. Nobody wants 45. I cannot believe it. Susan's still here, and yes to the Cracker Jack charms. All right, let me clear the decks here because I have a feeling we're going to need some space. Anne says, I'm watching from bed. I'll sit up for Cracker Jack charms.
Holy smokes.
Anna says, I have 45 and they are pretty. Aren't they? They're super pretty. What are you holy smokes in?
Some of these are expensive.
You selling them too cheap these days?
I don't know what I'm selling it for. Hey, Ann, do you remember how much we charged you?
Anne, do you remember how much they were? Because going by these prices, we should be charging more.
I don't remember charging like that much for one.
You weren't.
But like these are like $6 a piece, $10 a piece.
You were definitely not charging that. You were charging like 6 for like 3 or something like that.
No,
I think.
it wasn't that low.
No, it wasn't that low.
Maybe they're like $1 a piece, maybe $2 a piece.
No, I mean $6 for 3 charms, like $2 a piece.
Oh yeah,
Is what
something
you
like
did.
that.
Yeah. All right, let's see. RBD 51. I should have picked different letters. Every time I write them, like, am I doing the right RBD? I'm not dyslexic, but I'm having issues writing those out. Oh boy, did you find good ones.
Yeah, I found some good
He
ones.
unearthed a stash somewhere. He hides things from himself sometimes.
Well, it also doesn't help that I'm constantly acquiring things.
And moving the whole studio.
Correct. So I keep finding stuff. Do y'all want these by theme?
You gonna theme them out for everybody?
Yeah. Some of these I don't think are Cracker Jack. You don't want these?
They don't know. They can't see them.
But do they interest in that?
Yes, people have said yes. Anne
Yes?
sat up for them. She
Yeah.
was in bed, but she's sitting up for these.
Alright.
Susan says yes to these. Anna, she's ready.
Alright. How much do you think I should charge?
I don't know. You gotta.
What's a fair price, do you think, y'all?
What's fair when they're $6 each somewhere else?
Sometimes $15.
Sometimes
each.
$15 each somewhere else.
So I'm like, what? How did I buy these? Am I rich? Rich in spirit and Cracker
How
Jack
much did you
charms.
spend on them is the question.
No, good luck. That's been raptured long
I know.
ago.
Did you spend them when you were high on the horse with your sales and your long ago?
I don't know. But like, I have this. This is cute. This is cute. Oh, the Frankenstein. I bet I could look that up.
Everybody's just looking at a blank table. What do you got for them?
There's a boogeyman.
How much you want on this?
You think I should? I'll give you like a couple maybe.
I'm a boogeyman. It literally says I'm a boogeyman.
This one, he looked like he's seen better days. He got fright zoned.
Fright zoned. LOL, says Anna. Anna's laughing.
Yeah, it goes away, y'all. You use it or you lose it. That's
Right.
for sure.
And you didn't always keep the best track.
No, because I never store
You
them.
didn't have a store back then. You didn't think you were selling them ever.
No, I thought I was going to use them or hoard them.
What's next?
What about this? That's a big bad wolf.
Oh, the big bad wolf charm with that.
In theory, I probably should research it. So I don't underdo it.
You're gonna underdo it. We know this.
Well, not Trifari $80 pendant
Yes.
style.
Julie says, I didn't know these were a thing.
Oh yeah, and some of them got
Metallicized.
that. But like some of them, they're real cute. Like there's a whole bunch of dogs.
You want to do these 3? For how much?
Maybe $9.
$9. It's only $3 each. $9 for these 3 charms. RBD 51. All right, let's start a new one.
Did they sell?
Not yet. Let's see. Gotta give them some time. We're delayed a little bit, I've noticed. And then RBD. You want to do these the same price?
Sure.
$9. RBD 52 are these set of dogs. Vintage Cracker Jack charms. And you get these 3 dogs. RBD 52. $9. We've sold 51. Thank you so much. So 51 is sold. Get a bag for these. What you got? You got another set for me? RBD 53. $9. For these dogs. Uh, 52 has sold. Thank you so much. It's 53. So let me remove 51 since it has sold, and 52 has sold. $51. $52. And 53 is still available. Again,
Where is 53?
these 3 dogs.
Oh, you're gonna like the dog?
Someone bought 52.
Oh.
We'll see if 53 sells or not. Clifford the Big Red Dog and Lady from Lady and the Tramp, says Anna. Oh, 53 did just sell. Thank you so much. You got another set for me? He's making it. RBD 54 coming up. Make some pre-made tags.
Is that right? characters.
What?
There's some that I can tell they're like of the same universe,
Oh,
and then some they're not. Here you go.
okay, 1 second.
Like I think these are Dutch.
Is the third last, he says, Michelle? Maybe, right? All right. So this one is a button. And then these little charms, like a little Dutch set, as Andrew said. And those are a RBD 54, and that's $9. Those are so. Ooh, musical instruments. I like those. Those are so cute, says Anna, right? RBD 55 are these little musical instruments. Is this a banjo? Banjo, a drum, and a saxophone. Banjo, drum, and a saxophone. RBD 55. Let's see here. 53 has sold, so let me put that away. $54 has just sold, the little Dutch ones. Super dang cute.
I should make more room in my lap.
You need a board across there. Sort that stuff out. Okay, 55 is still available so far. The instruments. We've got some more dogs here. Oh, somebody tried to get 54 again. Sorry, it's already sold.
Which one's 54?
The
Dutch people?
The Dutch people, yeah.
I may have some more Dutch people coming up. Here's this.
Next, this is 57. Andrew's going flying through them now. Here, let's see here. Let me show you 56. Are these dogs? This little, what is that? A Shih Tzu?
Oh, I don't know dogs.
I don't know dogs that well. And then this looks like a hunting dog. This looks like, it has those long ears like a blue tick. Is it a blue tick hound? Usually they cut the tail though, stubby. And then this one, RBD 56, and then RBD 57 is the Good Luck horseshoe with these horseshoes with the horse heads. Horseshoes with the horse heads. So 57 has sold. That's the Good Luck ones. Thank you so much. 55, the musical instruments, still available. I thought for sure those would sell the fastest. 56, the dogs, still available. 57, though, has sold. Move these over. And 58. Is this? Oh. These are artillery. Guns. Gun. A tank. And a revolver, another gun. RBD 58.
It's like some of these are real specific.
All right, 57 sold, so let me move that one out of the way. Anybody gonna go for those guns? Anybody make Western jewelry or need a revolver? And then let's see, 59 are these dogs. Got this one. Love is a battlefield is what came to mind with the arms, right? That would be a cool theme for jewelry. Love is a battlefield. So these three dogs are 59. How many are we going to, Andrew?
I'm just gonna keep handing this stuff.
You keep handing me stuff. Oh, these are good. All right, these have not sold, but I'm going to move them up slightly here so I can make room for some more because he's keeping handing them to me. 55, the musical instruments. 56, the dogs. 58, the artillery. 59, the dogs. Still available. 60, we've got the skull and crossbones. Oh, 58 has sold. That's the guns and the tank. Thank you so much. Then this devilish looking piece. Quite the handsome devil there. And then this skull. I know some of y'all love the skulls. That's RBD 60. Let me take 58 away since that one has sold. RBD 61. Let's move 59 over. Are y'all liking these? It seems like you're all liking most of them.
This one is just for showing.
Oh.
This one is like, I used to fight over this.
Oh. Used to fight over getting that one.
The ring.
The ring in the box. That one's not for sale, y'all. He's going to still fight over that one.
Yeah, I don't have to give up everything.
Says that one's still mine. The Cracker Jack ring. Okay, there's that back.
I seem to recall there being a movie where they proposed with like a Cracker Jack.
Oh, yeah. That's probably a thing. We just sold 60. Thank you so much. Those are the skulls and the devil.
Do y'all want sports next?
Anybody sporty? Looking for some sports? They didn't like the musical instruments. Maybe they'll like the sports. We have a baseball bat, and a baseball glove. My mom would probably like that one. Should have saved that for her. Then you got the big baseball. It says cards on it. And then the boxing glove. That could also be a softball too, right? And the boxing glove, RBD 61.
And then I'm not 100% sure what this creature is.
55 has just sold a musical
It would be a
instrument.
donkey.
A donkey? What is this? Oh, yeah, I think it's a big eared the donkey with its ears up. Look how weird those are, though. They got the big heads, and you get 3 of them,
Everyone's so creative.
right? That's really cute, actually, though. And that's RBD 62. So 55 has sold, finally. I was waiting for that one to go. I was going to keep it.
Which one?
The musical instruments.
Ooh.
All right, 56 is still available. That's, whoa! They're getting caught in the mat. 56 are these 3 little dogs. 59 still available are these 3 dogs. Donkeys are cute, says Anna, right? Those donkeys are. 61 are these sports gear things. Little charms. $62 are the donkeys. Cute little donkeys. Cracker Jack charms. Andrew's collection. We're going to get a little sporty again. We've got a bowling pin. Looks like a bowling pin, right? It says 5 and 10 on it. Then golf clubs. Anybody have any golfer friends? Golf was a big thing around here since Arnold Palmer was from the area. Golfing clubs and a boy, I just blanked. I have skis on my brain. That's not a ski.
Skate.
That's a skate. That's a skate. So that's 63. And it says, wish I'd kept my Cracker Jack prizes. I know we didn't get Cracker Jacks too often as kids, but when we did, it was always fun to dig the prize out.
And then, like, we used to fight over cereal.
Oh, for sure. My parents sometimes would like question our cereal choices because we were actually going after the prize more than they're like, you don't like that cereal. I'm like, yes, we do. And it's because we wanted the prize in the box rather than actually eating the cereal.
Yeah, and then they're like, I'm not going to buy this.
Right. Let's see. We just sold 56. Those are those little dogs up there. Hold on. I need to make room. 56 are these. Whoops. And then we have 64, which are some of these Dutch women again in their dresses. This time you get green, red, and the bronzy color. And then 65 is this knight helmet with the bee and the key. The royal key and the royal bee in the knight helmet. And I'll make a page here for these. RBD66 are those plastics, says Suzanne. I think most of them are plastic, just some are metallicized.
Mm-hmm.
They're plated metal plated plastic, but they're all pretty much plastic. Let me move these over. We still have the sports. We still have the donkeys. We have the other sporting equipment. Golf clubs, skates, bowling pin. We have the Dutch women here. We have the royal stuff here. What you got for me there? Oh. Yeah. All right, 66 is this. What is this? Picture of a Western cowboy with a gun. And then a gun and a bowl. And then RBD 67. Is, I don't know, is this a little bunny? Is this a little duck? Looks like a bunny, right? A little bunny with those ears up there, his ears up there. And then this little poodle. No, that's a sheep. Is it a sheep?
Sheep.
That's a sheep. And then this deer. RBD 67. All right, so far in 59, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, and 67 are still available. RBD 68. '68 is going to be this baseball, the Browns, this baseball, the Indians, and this baseball player photo in a frame. That's 68. RBD 69. Is the sailor. Wasn't the sailor on the was the sailor on the Cracker Jack box?
And the dog.
Sailor and the dog. And then this woman looked like picking flowers. And then this other sailor. And that's 69. '68 has just sold. That's the baseball. And 70 is this elephant with a tusk. It's the elephant and tusk. And then this woman carrying water. And it says that is the Cracker Jack sailor. I thought so. And it's been a while since I've seen a Cracker Jack box. And then this elephant. And that's RBD 70.
Did the dog sell?
No. No more dogs have sold. None of these have
I have
sold.
a wiener dog, and it looks like a lab and a boxer pit bull.
We always get asked for dogs.
I have one of those. I think a greyhound too.
All right. Does anyone? Those are some great pieces, says Anna. Does anyone want to review any of these that we've got up here before I start putting these away? Are we stopping there? Seems like things have slowed down buying wise.
People are tired of them.
People tired of them. People just tired. It is almost 3 hours.
Do these couple more.
Okay, RBD 71. Maybe those. RBD, or maybe they're just waiting to see what all comes out before they buy more. I'm also out of room. RBD 71. This is this horseshoe with the horse in it again, but this time there's one in red, and then there's this horse. Suzanne says, I'm kind of tired in general. Me too. Oh. RBD, and we got to cook yet. RBD 72 are these dogs. It's a boxer. That I know. That's a boxer dog. And then this looks like the wiener dog. And then possibly the lab. Okay, y'all, I got to put some of these away because I have no room. He's handing me more. Let me put them away. Last chance to see these. Get these. Okay, 59. Do a quick review. Is this dog, this dog, and that dog. That's 59. $61 still available is the sports stuff. It's the big baseball or softball, the baseball bat, baseball, and glove together, and the boxing glove, RBD 61. Still available. Excuse me. Thank you. RBD 62 are the donkeys. He just handed me RBD 73. Suzanne says, bless you, thank you. 73 is this shoe. It's got a hole in the bottom. And this pirate. And this bowl. That's RBD 73. New one. This is RBD 63. The bowling pin, the skate, the ice skate, and the golf clubs. That's 63. Going back. You got one more for me? You can do two more if you want to go to 75.
And now my brain is cooked.
Uh-huh. RBD 74 and RBD 75. All right, 74 are the golf clubs, but a set of 3 golf clubs and golf club bags. Get all 3 of those. And RBD 75, the last one of the last lot tonight, is this little button of this kid on a rocking horse. And then this coin, République Française, on one side, and Shenley's horse, the I Dream of Kentucky. So that's a Derby horse, right? Kentucky Derby, Shenley's I Dream of Kentucky.
Is Norma still watching?
I don't know if Norma's still here. Norma was getting tired earlier, so she may have left. That's RBD 75. And that's the last lot of the evening, y'all. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. I hope you liked those. That's Andrew's stash. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email. We thank you all for hanging out. We're going to go. Andrew's passing out here, sitting up. I'm going to get the spreadsheet done, do the invoicing, and we're going to head on home and make some dinner. So thank you all so much. Have an amazing evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye, everybody.
See ya.